this is Neville. He used to be my best friend, and then, I found out he's shedding all over the place, this gold glittery stuff, and now it freaks the hell out of me. Because, okay, here's the deal. He looks like a potato, and I named him Neville because of, like, the Potter Puppet Pals wizard swears. Link in the sidebar. Anyway. Oh. I bought him in the train station, and he's, like, kind of like a chia pet, except you have to, like, snip off his little skin up here on his head, and grass will grow if you, like, put water in it. Duh. But I don't like him anymore, so I think I'm just gonna... glitter! Do something with him. Ugh. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, this is what I want to know. If he's a chia pet, why the hell does he have glitter inside his little seediness? Like, glitter sucks. It doesn't make anything look prettier. Yeah. Any schnauzer. Chip wants to know, what are we doing in school? And I thought I would start out like he did and talk about the books we're reading. Okay. We're reading Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, or as my English teacher says, Steinbeck, because she's German and she still can't speak really good English. Anyway, we read this last year in 10th grade at our school in America, so I'm like really impressed with the Germans and how like smart they are in their English skills and whatnot. But I don't really like this book that much. I mean, John Steinbeck is really awesome. East of Eden, ooh, ooh. But Mice and Men is kind of boring. And I haven't read any of it this year because I like read it last year, so I'm just like looking up Spark Notes and stuff just like last year. But I'm just lazy to read because I don't enjoy reading anyway. But then in German we are reading Das Parfum, aka perfume, if you're retarded. The book is really good, but I've only read 30 pages of it, so I can't really tell that much, and it's like really, really hard for me because it's in German. But boom! Anyway, in German class we are discussing it and like analyzing a bunch of things, and we talk about like what happened, and it's a lot easier for me to understand when people are like talking colloquially than like all the high-tech British accented fanciness in books. Yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. And like I told you, I hate reading, so it's really, really hard for me to find the motivation. And last night I was really proud of myself. At 11:30, I was like, I'm gonna go to bed, aka read, because every time I read, I fall asleep. So I was like, well, whatever, I'm already done with all my other homework, so it's either reading or sleeping, and both of those are good options. So I ended up reading 15 pages, and you may think, well, that's really dumb, 15 pages is not a lot. It's a lot, because I don't like to read, so 15 pages, booyah! And then I slept. But anyway, I want to try to do that again tonight, because I just kept reading and reading and reading, and it was good. And even though I still have to look at the chapter summaries, that's beyond the point. But it's a really good book, and yeah. It's also funny because our teacher made us bring in like all these different scents. Like we could bring in cheese, perfume, soap, smelly feet, booze, and someone actually did bring in booze. And basically we had to like smell them the whole class period and like write a descriptive text about it. And so everyone was like getting high off their substances, and it was really funny. And then in math, like 2 weeks ago, I think, we took a class in Arbeit test, and okay, what the fuck? We have to do these things called Verbesserung, and I didn't really know what it was. Like I just kind of let it slide before because there was like Verbesserung. That's if you do like shitty on your test, you have to redo it and correct everything you did that was false. Wrong. Not false. Anyway, false, because I'm talking in English. Anyway, so I was asking my my friend who sits next to me, I'm like, do we get any points back for doing this? And she was like, no, it's just so you feel better about yourself because you've actually learned from your mistakes. And I was like, fuck that. But I got half of it done today, and it's due tomorrow, so I'll do the other half tonight. And it's really stupid because he goes over the test in class, so if people actually pay attention, they can write down for the verbesterung what's actually on the board, and then they can just turn that in. But I wasn't that smart because I was like, oh well, the test's already over, there's nothing I can change about it, so I didn't really do much of that. So, you know, karma's a bitch. But most of my classes, I'm like really, really, really bored, so I just doodle or like color and do funky things with all my awesome Stifte. And here's a good example of my notes that I make all funky with all my colors, and it makes me really giggly. And other stuff I do when I'm bored, when teachers like aren't looking, or even if they are looking, I'll be like, BAM! And I make cool designs and stuff like that. Woo! My webcam gets all like black and then it lights up again. And then things like this with my colors, but you can't really see because my webcam is like sucking with the colorness. But yes, I get really bored in school. But doodling is fun, so who am I to complain? I mean, really. Chip also wants to know what we're doing on the weekend, but I can't tell you that because it's Valentine's Day and my Shepsy watches these videos, so I don't want to ruin the surprise. So you're just gonna have to let that slide and get over it. Oh yeah, and I want to read some more this weekend. Like that's gonna happen. I'm hopeful.